My name is Clyde Reese, and I actually came to the shelter in August of 2004. And I came here because I used to live in Tampa, Florida, and I got caught by 4 hurricanes. And as a result, I lost pretty much everything that I had. I had to find work immediately because I have a family of 4, and they required me to, take care of them. And so that was what I did. I made sure they had a place to stay because I didn't want them to have to be in a shelter. I was trying my best to avoid that because I'm not sure that they were able to, deal with it the way I could. And so once they were, placed in places where they would be all right, then I immediately came up here, found work, stayed at the shelter, and just, progressed from that point. A lot of people don't realize the effectiveness that this place has. While you're here, you can use this as like a plateau. And that's what I did. You're not paying rent. Your food is very basic. They supply you meals, but if you choose to buy your own food, you don't, it's not a lot that you have to, come out of your pocket for. So I was able to save quite a bit of money. So when I did leave out, I was able to, have a lot of money to provide for my rent. I purchased me a nice vehicle. And, like I said, I've been pretty fortunate. I've had the opportunity for my wife to come to Atlanta, and I brought her to the shelter. I wanted to see what I had to experience, And it was real, it was a real kind of traumatic situation for her because she couldn't even begin to imagine what I had, that I had to spend days, weeks, months, years inside of a building with 500 other people. And for her to know that, excuse me, that I had, I left a house that was upper echelon type house. I'm a heavy equipment operator by trade, so I'm used to making, really good money. And to know that I had to come from making real good money to having to wait on somebody to feed me, that's a real situation. That's hard to deal with, I had a really nice house, 2 nice vehicles, had all that stripped away in 24 hours. I was all of a sudden, I had nothing. Clothes on my back, and that was it. I couldn't even put my family in a place to stay. It was unbelievable. And I appreciate everything that the people at the shelter did for me. People like Miss Beatty, and Derek Duncan, and Hightower, McKnight, these were people that, they never once, even though I came in with, a real bad attitude, because like I said, I came here in the worst of conditions, but they never held that against me. They saw the better good, I guess you could say. And they were always, pleasant and pleasing to me. And that's why I take great pride in, speaking highly of this place. And even when I leave, I'll only be 6 hours away, so if they ever need me to come up here, it'll be my pleasure to come back and help them in any way I can. And I mean that from my heart. Being homeless is just a situation. It's not a disease. It's not a condition. It's just a situation. It can happen to anybody. You can wake up one morning and everything you have can be taken away from you. That doesn't make you any less of a person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just means you've been touched by a situation. Take a little time and just love on some people for a change. Don't look down at them. Look straight at them and say, I love you. Here's a little something to help you out.